Jacob, the Bar Mitzvah Boy, is one of my favorites for obvious reasons. Was this also part of the audition? Jacob?
No, I didn't audition, but I had done Jacob a little bit in my stand-up, like before I was on SNL, and then they wrote this sketch my first season where they put me in the sketch. It was a bar mitzvah sketch, and they made me the bar mitzvah boy in it. And I always say, like, it's so crazy that because Andy Samberg was in the cast, and they still were like, Vanessa, you're the bar mitzvah boy. But I did so when they gave me that, I did that impression that I had, or that voice that I had done in my stand-up, and then once I did that, we wanted to like bring it back and do it in something, and so we tried to do scenes with Jacob at first, and none of them were really. We realized that doing it in Update is good because he's so. It's fun to see boys like that be very formal.
Oh yeah, it's perfect. I mean, you just nailed this across the board. The look, the voice, the fingers, the reticence to go off script, the corny jokes. You know.
A lot of people who know, I have an older brother, and a lot of people who know my older brother think that it's an impression of him. But I also, which is probably partially true, but I also just went to I went to a school where we had bar and bat mitzvahs every weekend in 7th grade. So, you know, and it's just too, I feel in some ways it's like too young for a boy that age to have to like perform such a serious.
We held Scott back a year, so he was in 8th grade.
I was 19 when I had my bar mitzvah. Did you have to brush up? Did you go to bar mitzvahs when you were doing this character to kind of see what the kids today, how they're doing it? Or was this all
No,
memory?
because I think it's always their dad's sense of humor. So like that's the same.
Yeah.
You know, like the things that like, I think those are the kinds of boys where they're still at that phrase where like, or that phase where like, whatever their dad says that's like a joke, they're like, that is the best joke. And so they want to like repeat. I mean, the kind of humor that Jacob's doing isn't like revolutionary new stuff. You know?
Yeah. And I love that they use the proper terms like Oneg and Bubby and Zadie. I mean, is there debate in the writer's room? Like, should we say Oneg? Are people going to get that?
Well, I write it with two writers, Zach Kane and America Sawyer, and we just decide. I mean, I think that it almost sometimes doesn't matter if the audience doesn't know those terms.
It's a funny
because
word.
Sort of, yeah, Oneg's a
Schmeckle.
We had an Oneg after my Friday night bat mitzvah speech, because I was actually bat mitzvah in Israel, no big deal.
Ooh, so you're like you're heavy into this.
I mean, you know, I got a great trip.
Israel destination bar mitzvah.
Yeah, no, it was very cool, on Masada.
Now, I didn't talk to you before the show, so I didn't gauge how comfortable you are with like doing impressions. I know you do your stand-up act.
Yeah.
You do some impressions.
Yeah.
I mean, could you do a little bit, Jacob, for me?
Oh, sure.
Hanukkah's coming up, Jacob.
I'm so excited to celebrate the Jewish holiday of Hanukkah. But don't tell my parents I said that.
Thank you, Vanessa.